This first story really caught my eye and I thought was interesting was this baby that was born from a 27-year-old embryo and had broken a record previously set by her big sister. So essentially, her embryo was frozen in October '92, stayed frozen until earlier this year, and
Yeah.
then basically, the whole process went according to plan, and they've got a healthy baby, and it just kind of shakes up the notion that just because it was older didn't mean it could it had to be discarded, kind of thing, for not being useful, I guess.
Yeah, true. I mean, look, this is a great story, and it's very good news. I want to temper it a little bit with I'm not sure that embryos are meant to hang around for that long, and let's hope everything is normal and goes fantastically well. But I think increasingly now we're seeing more and more evidence that would suggest that while the genetics or the early development may be normal, we don't know longer term, 40, 50 years into that baby's future, whether or not there'll be any effects of this. So it's great news, but I think you also have to sort of temper it with a bit of caution because there's a lot we still don't know about what this means.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think but as a side thing, I guess it kind of demonstrates kind of like, I don't know how you'd put it, pushing, I don't know, the boundaries or whatever it is of what potentially could be done, etc. in this sort of field. There's still a lot to uncover and discover, and also, like you said, the longer term effects potentially that could happen. But it's interesting, I think, from that perspective that it opens the world up a little bit in terms of
well it does, but there's the ethical implication as well that if embryos store indefinitely, why don't we just store a whole lot of embryos today and then nobody ever has to reproduce in the future?
Mm-hmm. A whole different society might emerge.
Yeah, or maybe we just have one genetic lineage from modern Adam and modern Eve.
Oh, that'll be a whole other discussion that'll get everyone fired up, I
think. There's a lot of implications to these sorts of things, and they're not always readily apparent. So it's an interesting story. It's one that we should all, think about and celebrate life, of course. But, when we start to, I guess, have these technologies and these capabilities, we also have to remember that there's ethical implications, and there's also long-term implications that we still don't really know a lot about.